Handling the curveball. Reframing challenging questions. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our series on public speaking and presentation skills. Today, we're diving into an important subtopic: handling challenging questions. More specifically, we'll be focusing on how to reframe the question to focus on the main point. Mastering this technique will help you keep control of the conversation and drive your point home effectively. When we talk about reframing a question, we're talking about taking a question that's been asked of you and altering its focus slightly, or presenting it in a different way, to better align with your message or point. It's not about avoiding or changing the subject, but rather about guiding the conversation in a way that serves your overall goal. A few ways to reframe a question could include: 1. Focusing on the positive. Turn a potentially negative question into an opportunity to emphasize the positives. For instance, if you're asked, "What are the problems with your approach?" you could reframe it to discuss the challenges and how you're addressing them. 2. Broadening the scope. If the question is too narrow, broaden the scope to include more of your main point. For example, if asked, "Why did you choose this particular method?" you could discuss why the method is best for the overall goal or strategy. Let's get into the nuts and bolts of reframing. Here are some effective techniques. 1. Restate the question. You can start by repeating the question in a new way that suits your narrative better. It provides you a moment to think and ensures you and the questioner are on the same page. 2. Redirect to main point. If the question strays from your main point, gently guide it back. For instance, "That's an interesting question, but I think what's most important to remember here is..." 3. Transform negative to positive. If a question is asked in a negative way, transform it into a positive light. For instance, "Yes, we do face challenges, but we see them as opportunities too." 4. Clarify the assumptions. If a question is loaded with assumptions, address them first. For instance, your question seems to assume that, however. Remember, reframing should always be done respectfully and genuinely, keeping the essence of the original question intact. Reframing is a skill, and like all skills, it requires practice. The best way to get good at reframing is to practice it regularly. Attend public speaking forums, engage in team meetings, or practice with a friend or mentor. The more you do it, the more natural it will become. That's it for today's session on handling challenging questions by reframing them to focus on your main point. It's a crucial tool for any successful speaker or presenter. So, keep practicing, and before long, you'll be an expert at directing the conversation just where you want it to go. Until next time, happy learning and keep practicing.